All right, everyone. It is the fill in the blank show. Just fill in the blank show. Fill in the blank show with a fill in ho. Come on. I told you not to be. Where are you going? All right. I rented a woman to come and act in this sketch, and now she's shying out. Got that clause in your contract. Anyways, fill in the blank. I am Phil and the Blanc. C'est le pour vous français 2024 Olympics. Go world. And I am here to spread love and happiness and peace and joy through wasting your time with cliche cookie cutter daytime television. Did I say that? It's Kelly Markets episode 160. But first, Nightline, because when I waste your time, I go big and waste a lot of it. I hope you're strapped in your seats for the next 10 hours of a great TED Talk from two great human beings. I don't even know if two people can do a TED Talk. Would that be a TED's Talk? You like that one, huh? Anyways, here's your Nightline, and then enjoy.
And finally tonight, the Tortured Poets Department is open for business. Taylor Swift. And finally tonight, the Tortured Poets Department
is a terrible album, and you should fuck.
Taylor Swift doing what she does best, dropping album number 11. After breadcrumbing fans on her Instagram, the megastar releasing the lead single, a collab with Post Malone called Fortnite, just minutes ago. For a fortnight, there we were together running. The Tortured Poets Department features 16 tracks. Swift said to fans in Melbourne during her Eras tour, quote, "I've never had an album where I needed songwriting more than I needed it on Tortured Poets." I wanna kill him. I love you. It's ruining my life. Let the streaming begin. That's Nightline. You can watch all of our full episodes on Hulu. We'll see you right back here same time tomorrow. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.
Chevy gets it. I want it, and I can afford it. Can be one and the same. With Chevy Trax, a car and driver 10 best. The rugged Chevy Trailblazer. And Chevy Colorado, Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Chevy, all you...
Now, there might be, when she's like 26, 27, well, now they might be in high school. And now all of a sudden, well, guess what? Now they're like 15 and 16, and they might think this is boring because you can't dance to it. I can't make a TikTok dance to this video, to this song, and the music is just very simple. And then the lyric is just boring. They don't understand the lyrics because they can't relate. Like this video, if you think Taylor Swift should record another album and release it in the next 3 weeks, because it's all we need more is more. Let's see if she can release a triple album. Let's get clear. How about this? Like this video, if you think Taylor Swift should throw together a new triple album with 40 songs and try to write all the songs, record all the songs, and release them in the next 30 days. And then she could sell another 70 million copies of music to people, At
exactly the same time.
Here.
It's live with Kelly and Cott. Today, award-winning actor Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Plus, stars of Broadway musical The Heart of Rock and Roll, Cott. Also, questions and comments direct from the inbox.
Now remember, anytime Mark says the word nice and describes something as nice, you have to drink. Anytime one of the hosts repeats what their spouse says, so if Kelly says, yeah, God, the building was so, and then Mark says, it was tall, and she goes, yeah, it was tall, you have to drink because they repeat. Or if she just says, you know what, the building was so dirty inside, he goes, yeah, it was dirty inside. you have to do that. But if someone finishes each other's sentence, where if Kelly says the building was so, and then Mark goes, it was dirty, and she goes, yeah, it wasn't a place I wanted to live. Well, he finished her sentence. And if she does that to him, although he usually does that to her, because he's the man and he has to kind of show everyone like, oh my gosh, she's struggling. I have to save the day. Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman. Anyways. But yeah, and if he finishes her sentence, and while he finishes her sentence, she then repeats what he finished for her. So she says, man, that building was so, and he goes, it was filthy. And she goes, it was filthy. It was ridiculously small, and it was small. Then you got to drink 4 times, 2 times for each repeating and 2 times for each finishing of the sentence. So I hope you got a lot of liquor, because I'm usually wasted before the monologue's done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just, you know what she's saying? Yes, what I'm saying. Thank you, Mark. All right. Oh, where's my phone? Come on, where's my phone?
Part of rock and roll, Corey Cott. Also, questions and comments direct from the inbox. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and
You guys are just being nice. Thursday, April 18th, 2024. Welcome to the show. Y'all look great.
Lively bunch.
I feel like I'm wearing an Easter outfit today. I feel like
think
I'm
it's it's very Pascal.
Pascal, yes. Yeah, very springy.
I like it.
My feet hurt, and I couldn't figure out why my feet hurt. And then I realized why my feet hurt.
Tell me.
I'm wearing heels again after 2 weeks of not wearing heels.
I'll tell you also why. Because we did so much walking and hiking.
Yes.
And my feet hurt as well.
Oh. Let me guess, your feet hurt more than mine.
No, I have one side of my foot on my left side hurts. And I realized what it is.
What is it?
Because I golf now.
Oh, yeah, he's a golfer now.
I golf now. And
Yeah.
when I come back and come through, there's so much pressure on the left side of my outside foot because I'm going that way. And I want to, I'm always
But you're supposed to go that way.
No. You're supposed to bring your body. You're supposed to, babe, I know what I'm doing now.
Okay.
By the way, if you watch one video on the social media about golf, you're inundated with information about how to swing a golf club. So I can't imagine. I think this is how it happens when people like believe certain things, like they see something on the and they follow it, and all of a sudden they're barraged by certain things.
Is that why I have so many weird videos of giant pearls popping out of oysters?
Yes.
Because I clicked on that one video and I was like, "What's that?"
You also have like taffy and candies. And
yes, taffy pulls. But I like a taffy pull, so I don't mind that. But I just accidentally clicked on one. I think I thought it was a taffy pull, but it was giant pearls being harvested out of giant oysters. And now I can't escape it.
I know.
Make it stop.
So I can see how it can happen.
Yes.
You get inundated by this stuff.
Yes. Speaking about vacation, I finally was able to access my Palm Springs edition of Stump Mark that happened on the side of on the
Bump and grind.
The bump and grind.
Bump and grind.
Yeah, we were on the bump and grind, and we met this nice lady. Would you like to see the video? Yeah. Okay. Here it is.
My name is Mary Sutton.
Okay.
And what did you say to me walking down this hill?
I said, I am going to stump you.
And I said, why don't we do it right now?
And I said, let's do it.
Let's do it. Give me 2.
Okay. I've run this hill every day.
Okay.
I have 2 hole-in-ones in 30 days.
So you run this hill every day?
Every day.
I think you have. I think you run this hill every day.
I have 2 hole-in-ones.
Yeah. Here's my tea.
That's okay.
She's so nice. If anybody knows Mary Sutton in Palm Springs, have her call us. We'll find her.
Yeah, because I do.
And she was married to Don Sutton from the Dodgers. Yeah, that was her husband. Legendary pitcher. Legendary. All right. They're saying that you should plan now for the 2026 eclipse. You know, people planned for this past eclipse. They
I thought this past eclipse was a once in a 40-year lifetime experience.
Across
that we won't be able to experience.
It was here. I think the one we saw in Vancouver was pretty same, right? It was a
once in a lifetime thing
that
we saw. And then imagine my surprise when they were like, "It's a once in a lifetime thing." I was like, "I just saw it. I saw it 6 years ago."
If you missed it, in 2026, it's not too early to start thinking about trips to Europe, Africa, Australia, which will see
the path of totality.
Yes, solar eclipses over the next 4 years.
But I was watching people on the news.
Yeah.
And they went to these paths of totality. And guess what happened?
It was cloudy.
Cloud formations happened.
Let's see, where can we go? Oh, Reykjavik. In August next, in 2026, we'll black out the sun over Reykjavik, Iceland. In Barcelona, Spain. That would be really nice. But Reykjavik in August, it must be daylight all day.
All day daylight. So how long
weird.
how long does that eclipse last?
A few minutes, right? It's just a few minutes. Quick. It's quick. But I'd like to go to Iceland.
Okay, are you inviting me to Iceland in August?
Northern Lights at the same time. We can see both, yeah. Luxor, Egypt, and the Strait of Gibraltar. Which, when Michael was backstage telling me the locations, he said Strait of Gibraltar.
Oh, yeah?
And I looked, and me and Mon looked at him, we're like, Gibraltar. He goes, Gibraltar. He goes, no, it's Gibraltar. I go, no, it's not. There's an R at the end.
Hey, you know who's never wrong?
Who?
A 111-year-old British man, born the same year as the Titanic, who is now the world's oldest man.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
His name is John Alfred Tinniswood. He's from England, and he has officially claimed the title of the world's oldest living man.
Wow.
The previous record holder.
Looks great.
We can all agree he looks great.
Looks great for 100.
He looks great.
Yeah.
He looks great for any age.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes. The previous title holder relinquished his title. Just a month shy of his 115th birthday.
Oh, wow.
So Tinniswood had this to say: you either live long or you live short, and you can't do much about it.
Well said. Indeed, Alfred. So listen here. This made me laugh. There's a company that launches a luxury jet for service for dogs. So you know how if you have a big dog, they won't fit in the seat
under the seat.
And in the big dogs, you can't take them on planes, right? You put them underneath, but you don't want to really do that, right?
You don't want them in baggage, yeah.
You don't want them. They do it.
They do it, but it's scary.
I will say the good thing about our dogs,
They're
they
tiny.
are carry-on size.
Yeah, they're smaller than carry-on size. They're like Birkin bag size.
Yes.
Like a Birkin.
Like a Birkin.
Like a
Yes.
a burka.
Or yes. You don't even know how to pronounce
Yeah,
it.
I just know how to pay for it. That's all I know.
Well, that's a crucial component in the whole process.
Flights will operate weekly beginning May 23rd between Westchester County Airport and Van Nuys Airport in Los Angeles.
Oh my gosh.
So you can fly your big dogs back and forth. Yeah. They'll be operated by private jet service Talon Air on Gulfstream's G5s.
Wow.
What?
How much does that cost? And do you have to accompany your pet?
Yes. Oh, wait. A one-way ticket across on a G5 is $6,000. A one-way ticket from New York to London is $8,000.
Yeah, you're not alone.
It's called Bark Air.
Bark Air. Okay.
But you got to sit with other people and their dogs.
It'd be highly annoying.
And you know,
they think their dogs are cute.
other dog people always think their dog is cuter
Look at
than
my
your dog.
Look
when
at my
it's
dog.
not.
I'm like, please put your dog away.
Hey, a Melrose Place reboot starring Heather Locklear, Laura Layton, and Daphne Zuniga is in the works. How about that?
Are they going to be
I
playing
see
like
young-
shuffleboard,
I see young people.
bridge, canasta?
Easy, they're our age. Calm down. I see some young people here saying, what's Melrose Place? Well, I'll tell you. Back when there were 3 channels on the television set, and we used to watch TV on a television set.
Yeah, that was
Change the channel with your hand.
this fat and this big.
Yeah, it was like furniture.
It was like a piece of furniture.
Yeah.
And if your friend had like a TV set that didn't work, they would just put the new TV set on top of the old TV set. Those were the fun houses. Those were the fun houses.
You would sit on the family phone that you would drag from the kitchen in front of the TV.
Right.
And then you would discuss Melrose Place.
Live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
What
a
do they call
live
that now?
chat
A live
with
chat?
one other person.
Live chat.
And sometimes you could figure out a way to
Party
work.
line? A
You
party
could
line?
work your friend into the call. But I could never do that. My friends had to do that for
Yeah,
me.
that was expensive. The party lines were expensive.
Huh?
Remember that? Did you watch Melrose Place?
I auditioned for Melrose Place.
Wow.
Spoiler alert. I didn't get it.
Are you like new one? Are you like me? When I auditioned?
If I didn't get a job, it's a stupid show.
Well,
That's why I don't watch any television.
no. If I audition for something and I didn't get it, I'm not watching it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not watching the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not watching the TV show.
That's why our viewing is very limited.
Yes.
We're down to we only watch documentaries on cults.
I never watched Melrose Place, but that was a phenomenon, right? It was the same time as Beverly Hills 90210, right?
Another show I didn't.
You didn't get that either?
I didn't audition for that.
So
I can't blame them.
This one's interesting. I'm an American expat in Australia, and I had to change my name for this hilarious reason.
Okay, what?
A woman from California says she can no longer go by her full name in Australia after discovering what Aussies associated with.
Okay.
She goes by Dev Hales, moved to Sydney from the U.S. a month ago to study. And she said that she can no longer go by her full name, Devon, because Devon is a sliced lunch meat made from sausages. It's sold in Australia and New Zealand, and it's typically served in a sandwich with tomato sauce and can be fried. Huh.
That seems extreme.
Yeah. Dev.
I guess it would be like saying my name is Spam.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So just go by Spam.
Spam is delicious.
Spam is delicious. Fried spam's delicious.
Yeah.
I haven't had it in a long time.
I never had fried Spam until we did a fried Spam segment on this show.
It's good.
And I was always very anti-Spam. I was like, I'm not eating that. Canned meat sounds wrong.
Do they have spam
And
sandwiches
then
at
I had
McDonald's
Spam
In Hawaii.
here
In
on
Hawaii,
the show.
Yeah, I think in Hawaii.
In Hawaii, they have spam sandwiches in Hawaii at the McDonald's.
What?
That's right. Allegedly, that's what I heard. I heard that.
We've got a huge show today. Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
And from the Broadway musical, The Heart of Rock and Roll, our good buddy Corey
Corey
Cott.
Cott is here.
Love the Cott.
They have not made a cot that I don't love
I
yet.
love the Cotts.
Every cot is better than the next cot.
That's right.
They're all incredible.
They're all incredible.
Okay. I see it. The thirst in your eyes. I see it. It's that time. It's time to play.
to Devin Finch from Westwood, California, who watches the show on KCRA. Hey, Devin, good morning. Do you realize that if you went to Australia and lived, you'd have to change your name to Dev?
Of course. Don't call me sliced lunch meat.
That's right.
Happy Thursday morning.
All right. Listen, you know how this game works, right, Devin?
Yeah.
You've given us two statements. One's true, one's not. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth, and if you stump me, you'll win this.
And these statements are an embarrassment of riches.
All right, Devin, here are your two statements. My mom and daughter were born on the same day as Queen Elizabeth II. Or I was on vacation in London when Prince Charles and Princess Diana got married. All right, so your daughter and your mother were born on what day?
April.
Oh God. See, here we go again. So now Mark obviously fucking went on the computer and went to a search engine and fucking searched for Elizabeth II's birthday, right? To find out what her birthday is. And he Googled the date that Princess Diana and Charles got married. So he's hoping for the quick score so he could test them and say, so what date was Elizabeth II born on? And that way he says, August 2nd, whatever. He'll be like, yeah. He'll be like, okay. And when did Princess Diana get married? July 20th. Okay. Just checking, because that way, if you get those wrong, then he automatically knows which one's the liar and he wins. Chances are you've done your research. I would assume that all the callers that have dates like this for their lies do their research and know the answers to the lies. So if anything, he's just wasting 20 seconds asking questions that are not going to help him at all. So that's the first stupid fucking decision he makes. Sometimes you have to concede and recognize your opponent's talent and concede to that and focus on his weakness. I'm going to say that with no help, no Googling, no nothing, no binging. I'm not asking Jeeves. I'm going to say that he was in London when Prince Charles and Princess Diana got married, because that just means one thing has to happen. He has to be in London when Prince Charles and Princess Diana got married. That's all that has to happen. He has to be in London when they get married. For the first one, Queen Elizabeth, first of all, two things. His mom has to be born on the same day as Queen Elizabeth. And then the daughter also. Come on, man. It's very rare that parents and children are born on the same day. It has happened. 1 in a 365 chance. Am I right? Obviously, if you have conceive around the same time, you probably have like a 1 in 10, 1 to 15, 1 in 15 chance. If you conceive strategically around the same time, if you're born in January, I'm pretty sure you could start having sex around October, and you could see if you're, I'm sorry. If you're born in October, you want your kids to be born the same date as you, you can start having sex in January and minimize or maximize the odds. But still, that takes a lot of fortune. Or at London, you could have planned that. Right? You can't, even if you plan to conceive at a certain time, you can't plan to a T that your daughter and mom are going to be born as the same day as Queen Elizabeth. You already know months in advance when Princess Diana is getting married. So you have time to plan a trip and get on a plane and fly. And you can make sure she's getting married on July 20th. I'm going to book a flight on April, and I'm going to catch a flight in July 18th, and I'm going to fly there, and I'm going to be there and come back. You could plan that. That's why I just have to go with the truth being in London, that this guy Devlin was in London when Prince Charles and Princess Diana got married, and that the mom and daughter being born on the same day is the lie. So I say this is the truth. This is the lie. I would hope he's smart enough to at least focus on this as the favorite, but who Who knows? He confuses himself. He talks himself out of obvious answers lots of time because he knows in his subconscious he's stupid. So when his first instinct says guess A, then the realist part of him comes out and says, don't guess A, you're usually wrong. Remember, you're not smart. So if you're not smart and your first instinct is A, guess something else. Then he guesses B and the correct answer was A. He does that shit all the time. So I'll bet he gets it wrong because that's just what he does for a living, is fuck shit up and get stuff wrong, like picking out his wife. And then I'm going to get it right. And in London, when Prince Charles and Princess Diana got married is the correct answer. You could put in the comments what you want to guess, although I'll never read them.
Or I was on vacation in London when Prince Charles and Princess Diana got married. All right, so your daughter and your mother were born on what day?
April 21.
And okay, April 21st. And what zodiac sign is that?
Birthday, Jordan Call.
I'm not into astrology. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay. They're Taurus.
Yeah. Oh, they're Tauruses. And let me guess. Now he's trying to represent himself like someone that, I just know this off the top of my head. I know the zodiac signs because I just know it because I'm smart like that. I retain information. He fucking Googled it ahead of time, like this morning. He puts in, I'm going to think of some questions. What date was Queen Elizabeth born? April 21st. And then he'll look up the horoscope and the zodiac sign. Aha, I get it. That's a Taurus. Great. I'll write that down. And then he sits there and he acts like, look how smart I am. It's like someone that fucking crams for a first period test at like 7:30 in the morning on the bus, and then gets off the bus, goes to the first period class and gets a C. And then instantly the very next day, he's forgotten everything he learned, but he just crammed in his head to jot it down. And then his mom is like, oh, look at you. You got a B. You got a C on the test. My baby's so smart. And it's like, he's not taking that with him.
April.
He's not taking that with him for life. Ask him what the zodiac sign is for someone born on April 21st in like December. I bet he won't know. Just surprise him. He won't know. You know why? Because he didn't fucking cram. He didn't read it like an hour before on the internet. Another wasteful question. I'm not really into zodiac signs. Sorry. Why do you expect him to know the zodiac sign for April 1st? You expect every man to know his mom and his daughter's zodiac signs?
21.
Hell, I don't even know what my fucking dad and mom and dad's zodiac signs are. I'm gonna guess. Fuck. I'm gonna guess like a Pisces and a Cancer. Because my mom's a fucking Cancer to all of us in the family. Stupid bitch.
Okay, April 21st. And what zodiac sign is that?
Oh, I don't have to know.
I'm not into astrology. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay. They're Tauruses, but that's fine. And you're vacationing in London in what was the month and date there?
Last week of July 1981.
Last week of July. To be specific, do you know the date?
Like the 29th.
Yeah, that was like the 29th. What was it like being in London when they got married?
See, the way he's talking right now, he seemed very urgent. He urgently said the date. So when was the date that Prince Charles got married? Last week of July? Like he's reading it off a newspaper. Last week of July, 1981? Almost like he's just reading it like he memorized a fact from a paper for a test. Right? You know what I mean? Do you know the date? Oh, I don't know, like July 29. Oh, yeah, it was like July 29. Geez, you're like, I don't know. I'm just going to take a random guess and just nail it on the bullseye. I think he's doing that to try to convince him that he's so confident that that's the truth. So that would mean that in London is the lie and that his mom and daughter born on the same day is the truth, which means I'll be wrong. Let's find out.
Cold, rainy, and autumn.
Yeah, was it a lot of festivities?
All over the place.
Great. Did you get a glimpse of the newly married couple?
Negative.
All right. Is it cold and rainy in July in London?
Sometimes, yes.
Huh? It can be.
We were there, you forget, many years ago at the end of June, beginning of July, I think, and it was freezing.
Was it?
And raining.
What were we doing there?
We were we spent one night, we had a layover.
Oh, yeah, it was horrible.
And it was freezing cold.
Freezing cold. All right.
Probably eating twice lunch meat.
That's right.
We ordered a pizza in room service and it came with sausages on it, which I found fascinating.
mean, were they like bangers sausage, or you mean like little Vienna sausages that come in a can?
Fascinating. All right. I'm going to say that your mom and your daughter have a very close relationship because, and that your daughter is her favorite granddaughter because they were born on the same day and the same day as Queen Elizabeth II.
Come on, wrong.
Is that your final answer?
It is.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to turn you into a stump and a tree, but you got me.
Yeah, the way he answered that question was too aggressive. So my initial guess was wrong, but once I got the clues, I was right. Yeah. Just say July 29th. That's it. Not like I think like July 29th. Yeah, he fucked up. Anyways, God bless his soul. Off with his head.
Is that your final answer?
It is.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to turn you into a stump and a tree, but you got me.
Gotcha. Listen, Devin, you didn't win the mug or the t-shirt, but you still have a chance to win a valuable trip. It's time for Warm It Up Travel Trivia.
That's Doug Daring from upstate New York.
Still going.
All right, Deja, spin that wheel and see what else does.
All right, guys, it's your favorite time of the Fill in the Blanc podcast. This is the dancing segment where I try to mimic the dancer, and you rate me on a scale of 1 to 100. 100 being the worst and 0 being the best. Unless your dick sucks lick and you like to flip the numbers, you just let me know, because guess what? This isn't my stream. This is our stream. Shout out to this guy. Don't even know his name.
Listen, Devin,
But I'm
you didn't win the mug or the
fuck him
t-shirt,
up.
but you still have a chance to win a valuable trip. It's time for Warm It Up Travel Trivia.
What was that?
That's Doug Daring from upstate New York.
Still going. Still going.
All right, Deja, spin
That's
that
all he
wheel
did.
and see what else does.
And then that's it? I mean, they didn't go back to, what did you go? And then like that, and then pause off, and then he said, oh, I got to do more. And then he just went back. That was very interesting. Okay, Doug. I concur with Kelly. Okay.
That's Doug Daring from upstate New York.
Still going.
All right, Deja, spin that wheel and see what else does. Okay, Devin, you're playing for a trip for two to the Buccaneer in St. Croix.
Ooh.
7 days and 6 nights in a deluxe oceanfront room. It includes
All the meals.
3
all the
meals
meals
daily.
All the meals.
What? Mark, does that mean?
All the meals.
Yes. Every meal you can think of. It's a prize valued at $9,500. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck, Devin.
All right, Devin, here we go. Earlier this week, we talked with Carol Kane. What did Carol say is her mother's first name?
Oh, bitch.
Joy.
Yes.
King.
Yes.
Congratulations! You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Buccaneer in St. Croix. Founded in the 17th century and family run for generations, the Buccaneer in St. Croix is both historic and modern, blending old world charm with warm hospitality at the amenities expensive by today's traveler. The Buccaneer is the premier destination resort for golf, tennis, water sports, weddings, honeymoons, and family vacations. Your prize is valued at approximately $9,500.
Congratulations, Devin. Good for you. Devin, If you wouldn't mind making the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will now receive a Roomba vacuum cleaner from iRobot. So please pick a number between 1 and 153.
152.
You know her? Is that your family member?
All right, when we return, Jesse Tyler Ferguson is here. Stick around, everyone.
Still on live. The Broadway's the heart of rock and roll. Corey Cott will open the inbox to hear your comments and questions. Coming up next, Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
If you're gonna have sex with non-smokers, make sure you smoke extra so you don't bust real quick. Because the only way they'll marry you is if you could last long in bed, because it won't be for your lung capacity and going deep, deep sea and going deep sea scuba diving into their swamp.
Questions. Coming up next, Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
We are, my friend.
Come on, 5, 4. Jesus Christ, this shit is so fucking.
Popeyes finally has wings in 6 flavors.
Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget on tomorrow's show, Billy Gardell will be there.
And Pam Greer.
Pam Greer.
I know you're very excited.
I have to figure out my whole outfit. Like, I am so excited. I know. We are gagged here. We're so excited. Okay, you know him from his numerous roles on Broadway and from the long-running sitcom Modern Family. Have you heard of it?
I have.
Yes, of course. Now he's serving up candid conversations on his podcast, Dinner on Me. Please welcome back to the tremendously talented Jesse Tyler Ferguson. You know, you look amazing.
So do you.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
But you have 2 toddlers at home, and I know a thing or two about having 2 toddlers.
Under the age of 5?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yes. I mean, people help us look this
No,
way.
I understand that.
Yes.
But tell me about your exhaustion level. How are you
It's
managing?
high.
Yeah,
it's real high. It's remarkably high.
Yeah.
But so I was just actually FaceTiming with my son. He's in Los Angeles right now.
Uh-huh.
So I was FaceTiming with him. He has a great cell plan, so it's it's easy to face. But no, he was at breakfast and he was building. He has those Legos that you can build specific things, and he's building a helicopter.
Yes.
Okay. And I was like, "Oh, did you build that yourself?" And he says the cutest thing. He calls it, instead of instructions, he calls it constructions. I followed the constructions. I was like, that's so cute. And the other day he said the word yellow, and he's been saying lello. And I think it's so cute. And I'm like, who told you that it's yellow? And I was so mad that we were correcting him.
Those kids at school, probably.
Those kids at school. Teaching him proper grammar.
Yeah, I remember we tried to keep our kid, like the few things that they said that were wrong.
Yeah, right.
We really leaned heavy into
It's so
that.
cute. And then you start using it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We still say that we have waffles with butter and syrup.
And juice.
Wait, that's not how it's pronounced?
That's still how we pronounce it.
Yeah.
So Beckett is your eldest.
Beckett's my older one, and Sullivan's the younger one.
And
Yeah.
Sullivan.
Yeah.
Oh my
And he's got a
God.
birthday coming up, Beckett, yeah?
He'll be 15. No, just kidding. He'll be 4 in July.
And so what's he into? Like what kind of like
Well, today I found out helicopters, but what else is he into? He's into gymnastics. Right?
Yeah.
He's into he has a very wide range of interests, which I love. You know, boy things, which I was like, where did that come from? But he found
it
them.
happens.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
No,
It happens. It happens when people are born with penises and testosterone. Well, you think just because he's got two girly male parents that he's going to become a girly male because he watches you? It's not how it works. He's not going to watch you and your husband, fucking and kissing and flirting with guys. He's going to think, oh, I want to be like my daddies, so I'm going to start kissing guys. It doesn't work like that. Just like if a gay kid grows up around straight parents, doesn't mean they're going to be straight. Right? Oh my God, he's a boy and he likes playing with trucks. I don't know where he got that from. Me and his dad don't like trucks. Well, first of all, he doesn't share any of your DNA. He's completely adopted. So you have no idea who the fuck his sperm donor, what kind of genes his fucking biological parents have. So, geez, maybe because you're not into trucks, you think maybe his dad was into trucks? Some shit like that. Like, you're not his biological parents.
He found
it
them.
happens.
It happens. Yeah.
Now he's got a younger brother. Are you going to have?
And
are you going to try
stop
something?
you. I'm going to stop you right now.
Do what your parents do.
No, we're done. Yeah, we're done.
Are you sure?
I really, yes,
he's really sure.
I think we'd be heading toward divorce if I demanded another one. Yes, yeah, we're done. We have to be.
You've had this amazing career, and I think of you as like the consummate actor. But you started out in the modeling industry.
Yes and no.
Yes, Toys R Us catalogs.
When I came to New York, God, I was naive. So people were like, "You have a very interesting look. You have red hair. You should look into modeling." I was like, "I will look into that." Yeah. And so I found there's this book called The Ross Reports. I don't know if you remember. So like they had in the back like all these different like modeling agencies.
They still have
I don't think so. I think it's all
That makes
online.
me very sad.
I know.
I love the
Backstage
Ross
magazine and the Ross
Yeah,
Report,
of course.
So anyway, one day, I was working like 3 jobs at the time, and I had one day off, and I was like, today's the day I'm going to go cold, just knock on doors at different modeling agencies.
Right.
See what happens. Yeah, see what happens. So the day that I decided to do this, it was raining really hard. It was terrible wind. I get out of my apartment, my umbrella completely demolishes. I run to the subway, I'm like, this is not a sign that the universe is saying bad idea. I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I go knock on different modeling agencies' doors, and I say, I knock on the door, they open, I say, "Hi, I'm here to talk to someone about modeling." And they're like, okay. And they like always give me a weird look and shut the door in my face. Sometimes they take my photo. I had a headshot, like not a modeling picture.
An actor headshot.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So on the last stop, I literally think it was like Ford Modeling Agency.
Ford.
I don't know. I didn't know.
The fame.
The biggest modeling agency. I'm like, okay, here's my last one. I get into the elevator. The elevator's doors closed. They're mirrored, and I see myself for the first time. A piece of
For the first time ever?
No, for the
Oh my God, I'm gay.
A piece of the umbrella that had broken.
Yes, the first time ever. The elevator doors closed, and I said, "Holy shit, I'm a boy."
Agency. I'm like, okay, here's my last one. I get into the elevator. The elevator's doors closed. They're mirrored, and I see myself for the first time. A piece of
For the first time ever?
No, for the day. A piece of the umbrella that had broken at the beginning of the day was hanging off of my hair. Knock, knock, knock. Hi, I'm here to talk to you about modeling.
You know what?
There's scrap metal in my hair.
In New York City, that's like Tuesday.
I know. They were like, oh, yeah, this nutso.
No, in New York City, they would be like, "Yeah, the David Bowie auditions are down that way." Yeah, I'm sorry, you're at the wrong part of the building. The David Bowie auditions are next door. I'm sorry, no. Oh, I'm sorry. You're in the wrong place. The David Bowie auditions are on the west side of the building. Oh, yes, the David Bowie auditions right up to the 8th floor. Oh, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong part. Oh, I'm sorry, you're on the wrong street. Right. No, in New York, someone would probably say, "Oh, you're on the wrong street. The David Bowie auditions are 1 block over."
About modeling?
You know what?
There's scrap metal in my hair.
But in New York City, that's that's like Tuesday.
I know. They're like, oh yeah, this nutso.
Yeah.
Needless to say, that's where my modeling career ended.
You know what?
Began.
Their loss.
Their loss.
Their loss.
Our game.
Our game.
Yeah, Ford
for
Modeling
sure.
Agency.
We have to take a break, but we're going to talk about dinners on me when we return. Stick around.
I would describe
Podcast.
3, 5, 6 days.
We're back with Jesse Tyler Ferguson. He's got a new podcast called Dinners on Me. It's an incredible idea. You sit down with people and have dinner.
Yes. I'm just trying to follow in your footsteps. You have a brilliant podcast yourself, and so I was like, well, if I could be as good as Kelly. Do you
I
have a
don't
mark?
feed anybody.
No, I
want to make sure I was
I just
slighting you.
appear sometimes.
He
other
appears, he
people-
pops up on my podcast.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You don't feed anyone on yours. I feed
No.
people on
Well,
mine.
I said Andy Cohen once, and people were outraged by
Because
it.
of the
They were
sounds.
like,
It
they
didn't
were
make sense.
chewing. How dare you?
Yeah, we do have the chewing sound.
Do you do it at different restaurants, same
We
place?
do it at different restaurants.
Yeah.
I just basically take someone that I admire, whether I know them or not know them, and then we have a dinner together and have a great conversation. But what I love about it is it's very fly on the wall. Like, I mean, I'm sure you know from
Yes.
being a podcast host yourself, you want a controlled environment.
Yeah.
We're out at a restaurant. You hear the waiter come to the table. You hear us,
it's cool.
order. You hear us
I
get
like
the
that. I
specials.
think it lends
Mhm.
the real essence of
Yes.
it. It's not filled with
It-
edits and
Yeah, and it feels like you're really looking, we're pulling the curtain behind the person because you hear them like we all have been at a restaurant ordering a meal before.
Right.
And you get to hear like, oh, what's it like for Tracy Ellis Ross to order a meal?
Right.
Like, it's
Have
really
you
cool.
had
Yeah.
anybody bark at the waiter yet?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet.
That's
Are
when
there
you'll
some
know.
interesting,
Yeah, I would be really
interesting
scared.
choices when they order food, like allergies or stuff?
Yeah, well, we're like Yankovic. He's vegan, so I was like, okay, what are we gonna do here?
Right.
So I took him to a really Cafe Gratitude in Los Angeles, which is a great vegan restaurant. So that was fun for me because I usually don't go there.
Yeah.
So and he like knew all the dishes, and so yeah, sometimes
Who was your dream guest to have on?
Well, I've been talking to her about it, and she keeps saying no because she's nervous about podcasts. But Quinta Brunson,
Oh yeah.
I really want her on.
Why is she nervous about?
I don't. Will you tell her that it's fine?
It's fine.
She's shy.
It's so
You know what it
fun.
is about podcasts? I think she's smart because she listens to them.
Yes.
People really divulge a lot.
They do.
They open up. It's
And there are sound bites that are taken out and they're made,
Right, they
stories,
just
but
sound
but inherently you get people talking. It's very comfortable.
it's a long form conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're like rushing through this
Right,
conversation.
exactly.
It's nice to have like an hour.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Well-
Quinta, come on.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
come on,
if
Quinta.
Quinta doesn't come through, let's do each other's
Yes.
podcast. New episodes of Sony Podcast Dinner on Me with Jesse Tyler Ferguson on Tuesdays, wherever you get your podcast. Make sure you check it out. You're a great conversationalist. We love having you here. All right, coming up next, Corey Cott. Stick around.
Tomorrow live from the series Cott Hearts Abishola, Billy Cartel.
Yep, fresh guacamole made every day, and this chicken we burn every day. And then we cut it up, and you can't taste it because we mask it in guacamole. Jesus fucking Christ!
Get 3.9% APR financing for 36 months on Centra.
Welcome back. He's a Broadway leading man, starring in the new musical The Heart of Rock and Roll. Please welcome Corey Cott.
Thank you for waking coming up to do the show.
Oh
with
my
us. I know
gosh,
it's
it is
like-
my pleasure.
We just need your sister now on the show.
I know. We got your brother. We got 66.6% of the Cott
That's
kids.
correct.
Exactly.
We just need all of them. Yeah.
I mean, so, as you know, your brother, Casey, worked with Mark.
Yep.
You two have never worked together outside of Casey's wedding.
Not yet. That's true. We did sort of work together.
Well,
at Casey's
you
wedding.
did so. You officiated their
I
wedding.
officiated my first wedding. Yes, that was incredible.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful. You did a good job.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I would maybe the most nervous. I've performed for thousands of people on live TV and
It's
at
nerve-wracking.
Radio City, and doing that was maybe the most nerve-wracking thing ever.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were a groomsman.
And
What a
your
great-
best man speech was killed. It was good.
I ended up making fun of Canadians a lot, which I didn't intend it to be a Canadian roast, but it became.
Well, the tricky thing was that we were in Canada.
It was,
Yes,
yeah. I was
And
on
we had to
their
get back.
turf making fun of them, and
Yeah.
I felt horrible afterwards. Yeah. it was
So
a good
you
time.
guys have the same birthday.
I know, yeah.
We
And
do.
I've got to tell you, a girlfriend of mine just saw the Heart of Rock and Roll
Okay.
a couple of nights ago.
Loved it.
Loved it, raved. She's like, Kelly, run, don't walk. And then she said,
Uh-oh.
the lead actor, Corey Cott, reminds me so much of Mark.
Okay.
Okay?
That's amazing. I don't know how to take that compliment because I'm convinced every male just wants to look like Mark. So it's this unspoken secret, right? That makes sense. I just want to look like you.
You two rob your audience of songs or merchandise in the middle of the show the way Mark robs our audience of rugs and
Would that
t-shirts.
make me more like you,
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's I weirdly have heard that. Not weirdly, I embrace it. I've heard that for a number of years now, and every time I do, I just don't know how to respond. You're so dang handsome, Mark. But I'll take it.
So when did you all start performing? You're like a
Your family's
performing
so talented,
family.
yeah.
When did you all start? Were you a child actor?
It's funny. I played sports growing up. I loved sports, loved being on a team. And then a friend of mine in high school asked me to audition for a production of Les Mis with him, a community theater production in Ohio. I thought it was pronounced Les Mis. I had no clue about anything. And so I was like, yeah, I'll go do Les Mis. And I got cast as one of the students. And then from then on, I was hooked. I never felt like a part of a team. I had been on sports teams, but for the first time, I felt like I was a useful part of the team. I was just kind of an average athlete.
But your voice, you had to know you had a good voice.
I sort of came into it. I started taking voice lessons when I was 15 and started to understand how technique works and how you shape a song and all of those things. And then I went and studied at Carnegie Mellon University. I studied acting and musical theater there.
Right.
And I really discovered my voice there. And from then on, it's kind of just been this instrument that I love to use.
Did you like drama school?
I loved drama school.
Did you find the other students to be dramatic?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Theater kids
Very dramatic.
Very, very much live up to the stereotype. They're very dramatic. But it's a wonderful Carnegie Mellon particularly is just a storied program with wonderful 100 years of alumni. People like Ted Danson and Holly Hunter and Stephen Schwartz and all these Patrick Wilson, all these legends. And so to be a part of that family, as well as the rigor of the school, it's just it really sets you up for a career. If you want to, it sets you up for a career.
And being in Pittsburgh, you met someone there.
I met my wife in Pittsburgh while I was in school. Yes. And funnily enough, we got engaged while I was in school. I was 22. She was 24.
You knew?
Yeah, I knew. The last day of school at Carnegie Mellon Drama School. This is how dramatic we are.
This is so dramatic. This is so dramatic.
I decided to be a great way to get engaged by singing a song to her on our last day of school, of drama school. So I sang a Josh Groban song. I've never told him that, actually. Next time I say him, I'll
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And on the final note, I was fully... and the thing, I have to set the scene, because the last day of drama school, we all sing for each other. The entire program's there. We all get up, and it's like this in front of, hundreds of people. My parents were there, and I decided to sing a song to her and propose to her in front of all of them. And thankfully, she said yes.
Oh my gosh.
And that was the beginning of our...
And three boys later, three sons.
boys.
All right. We need to take a little break. When we come back, we'll find out if Corey has a favorite Huey Lewis on the new song.
Gee, of course he does, because if he doesn't, you wouldn't be asking him that. How about this? Of course he has a... course he has a favorite Huey Lewis song because you talked about it pre-show and you arranged for you to ask that question, right? Of course he has a favorite Huey Lewis song because if he didn't, you wouldn't be asking him. You're going to ask him, hey, so we're back from commercial break. So tell me, Corey, do you have a favorite Huey Lewis in the new song? No, Mark, I don't. Oh, okay. Guess we got the answer to that. We'll be right back after this break with some more, Andy Richter stand-up comedy live from Guantanamo Bay.
Last night, I had my retainer in, and then he's got his nasal magnets on. We used to be like, not the sexiest people, but we're like...
Next live, Billy Gardell from Bob Hart's Avashola, plus Pam Grier.
At UFOS, we don't make footwear. We make shock absorbers, fatigue fighters, mobility maximizers.
Episode 160, Corey, COTT.
Oh, I sang a Josh Groban song. I've never told him that, actually. Next time I say him,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And on the final note, I was fully... and the thing, I have to set the scene, because the last day of drama school, we all sing for each other. The entire program's there. We all get up, and it's like this in front of, hundreds of people. My parents were there, and I decided to sing a song to her and propose to her in front of all of them, and thankfully she said yes.
Oh, my gosh.
And that was the beginning of our...
And 3 boys later.
Your relationship wasn't the beginning of your marriage because you didn't get married yet. That was the beginning of your engagement, not the beginning of your marriage. Come on now.
The other students to be dramatic.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Theater kids...
very dramatic.
Very much live up to the stereotype. They're very dramatic. But it's a wonderful, wonderful... Carnegie Mellon particularly is just a storied program with wonderful 100 years of alumni, people like Ted Danson.
Heard of Huey Lewis?
Of course, yes.
Explain the show to our audience.
Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
Good morning, America.
Corey Cott, star of the Heart of Rock and Roll. Can you explain the show to our audience?
Oh, yes. The show is this incredible vibe of just unfettered optimism and positive energy.
Yeah.
But what it's about is we've been using this phrase. It's a John Hughes rom-com, a love letter to the 80s with Huey Lewis in the news music.
Oh, he was such
Sounds
a
like
part.
my kind of jam.
Exactly.
But-
So it's an original story. I play my character's named Bobby Stivic, and he's
That's such an 80s name.
I know. It's very Some Kind of Wonderful, Charlie Sheen and Wall Street, like that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
He is this guy who's going to make life work for him no matter.
I think it's safe to say that like 99%, I think it's safe to say that like 90% of all the male characters in 80s movies had a first name that ended in the letter Y. And if they were teenage movies, and if they were like teenage movies, like PG-13 movies or like very, very PG movies that were kind of on the edge, like I think Karate Kid might have been like PG, but it's not like there's a difference between like Silence of the Lambs is rated R, and so is Lethal Weapon. But you know that there's a difference, right? There's a difference between being PG rated like Aladdin and being PG rated like Karate Kid, right? So I bet you like that'd be an interesting experiment is to look at PG-13 movies from the 80s, especially like once the Brat Pack started and stuff, like 1983 to 1989 to like 1988, like that 5-year span. Look up PG-13 movies and then look at the cast of characters, and I bet you'll always find one of the top 4 characters, their last name ends in a Y, right? And most of the time it'll be fun to check out the guy if it's the guy's names, and then watch to see if it's like the main character. If it's not the main guy character, it'll either be like his little brother or it'll be like his best friend. But there's always a Johnny, a Bobby, a Frankie, a Jimmy, a Joey. but Bobby. Even I'm thinking of like Can't Buy Me Love right now. And how like the girl Amanda Peterson played Cindy Mancini, and she was a senior in high school, and her boyfriend was a freshman in college, and his name was Bobby. Oh, and Patrick Dempsey's like, oh, I won't ever live up to be your precious Bobby. Like Bobby, Johnny seemed to be all over the place.
Stivic, and he's
That's such an 80s name.
I know. It's very, Some Kind of Wonderful, Charlie Sheen and Wall Street, like that kind of thing. He is this guy who's gonna make life work for him no matter what. He used to be in a band. He let that go because they weren't getting any success, and he decides to work at this cardboard company, and he wants to climb the ranks of this cardboard company. Of course, his boss is this beautiful woman who he starts to fall in love with. The band comes back into play, and he basically has to decide, do I want to pursue music with my life, or do I want to climb the ranks and try to prove my value to the world as a corporate exec in this cardboard company?
This is such an
But Huey Lewis in this musical, he's a big part of the show.
He was a huge part of the show.
Dad, you ever heard of Huey Lewis?
Yes, I have, because my dad took my mom on a date to see Huey Lewis.
Yes, of course
smart
you did,
guy.
because your parents are children of the 80s.
That's
What are some of the hits? What are some of the hits?
Oh, every song. I Want a New Drug, Power of Love, Do You Believe in Love? Huey understands love, and so love is an aspect of a lot of his songs. Any hit you could think of is in there. Hit to Be Square is our opener.
Did he show up? Was he there for rehearsals?
He has been around a lot. He even wrote a new song for the show, which is he hasn't written a new song in a long time, and he wrote a new song for the show, and he's been around all the time for rehearsals, and has even demonstrated some things he used to do while he was performing in order to help him. Because I play this guy who used to be in a band, like a rocker. And there was a rehearsal recently where he came on stage and was like, Corey, I'm gonna show you how to really do it. And it's been very, very helpful.
Tell you how to work the mic.
Work the mic. That's right.
Should we? Yeah, can we show you?
Oh, come on, Mark. Let's absolutely. Okay. So
yes.
Come on, Kelly, get in there.
Yes.
It's rockers. The least amount you can do, the better you look.
Yeah.
However, there's one thing. It's grabbing it with the one hand down here.
Amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Get that little lean.
Yeah.
And you want to lean forward, and whenever you're singing that song, you want to hit this with the beat. All right, so 1, 2, 3. I was walking down a one-way street. Just for someone to meet.
Please stop this. Oh my God! Thank God they listen. I don't need Mark Consuelos trying to sing. Do you believe in drugs?
I did not look.
No, you look good.
I don't feel like I have the cool.
Joan Jett. Yeah, she had a guitar.
She had a guitar. She was more like right here.
That's still part of it too, though.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear any of them singing. Do you believe in drugs? Do you believe in drugs? Do you believe it's true? Do you believe in pain? Inject them in your veins.
I feel like I did not look.
Hey,
you look good.
I don't feel like I have the cool.
Joan Jett. Yeah, she had a guitar.
She had a guitar.
But Joan Jett is a butch lesbian. It's different. That's what she's saying. It's not a girl thing. It's a masculine thing. And Joan Jett is very masculine.
She was more like right here.
I mean, Kelly Ripa just lost a fist fight last night to a 8-year-old from New Hampshire. All right. There's a difference between Kelly Ripa singing with a microphone stand and Joan Jett singing with a microphone stand. All right. She probably lost it in a fight last week. She just lost in a fight. 2 weeks. Kelly Ripa just lost in a fight 2 weeks ago to a 10-year-old with one arm from Vermont.
I feel like that's a man's sport. Like, I feel like I did not look.
No, you look good.
I don't feel like I have the cool.
Joan Jett. Yeah, she had a guitar.
She had a guitar. She was more like right here.
That's still part of it too, though.
Yeah, that's my.
You're going to replace me. You're going to
no. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Dude, fucking Mark couldn't replace a replacement player. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about replacing you. I don't know what kind of acting you've been watching. Mark couldn't replace a battery. Mark can't even replace a battery in a remote control.
The Hard Rock and Roll right now at the James Earl Jones Theater on Broadway, New York City. Go see it. Next, we're going to open the inbox.
You ready?
James Earl Jones Theater on Broadway, New York City. Go see it. Next, we're going to open the inbox. You guys ready? James Earl Jones Theater on Broadway, New York City. Go see it. Next, we're going to open the inbox.
Danger had never looked like this before.
This girl's been missing for 3 days.
Can you keep a secret? Take me under the bridge.
Welcome back to the inbox. Mindy from Ocala, Florida said, Kelly, forget spam. As a Jersey girl, don't you love Taylor pork roll?
Of course. But we were talking about spam in the can. That's all. I was
I've heard
talking
you
about
mention that in,
yes.
when we go to
When we would go to the Jersey Shore in the winter, because my parents didn't like the crowds in the summer, we would walk on the boardwalk and get hot chocolate and Taylor pork roll sandwich. Mm-hmm. Colleen from West Islip, New York says, what kind of cough drops does Kelly have every morning before the show? Ricola. Flavor, it depends, whatever's back there.
Lemon.
I'm not fussy.
This is Tara Carroll from Fairfield, Connecticut. My twin grandsons love watching live with Kelly and Mark every morning. You know,
It looks like they don't have a choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just took the thoughts out of my head. Do they really enjoy watching it, or do you just put them on the floor in a position where they have no other option but to stare up at a TV? I mean, anyone would love to watch your stupid fucking show when the only other option is to stare at the wall or an ugly ass baby.
If I'm being honest.
You know, it looks to me like they're choosing to look at the ceiling. This was a pose.
Grandsons love watching live with Kelly and Mark
This was
every
a pose.
morning.
It looks like they don't have a choice.
No.
If I'm being honest.
We get a lot of
I'm
babies.
being honest.
We get a lot of babies that watch the show.
Okay, this is interesting. Listen to this, everyone. From Joe Dunbar in Portland, Maine. I actually had a dream recently that I was watching the show and it was time for Stump Mark. And Mark was so frustrated that his average had dropped into the 200s. He lost again and also knocked his chair over in frustration. But Kelly was delighted. LOL. Hopefully the average doesn't get this low. Rooting for you every day, Mark.
That's a nightmare. That's a scary dream. You're not just having a dream about that. You really enter the psyche.
I would say, judging by the sounds you make at night, you dream about stuff.
Good morning, Kelly and Mark. Congrats to Mark on having his mojo back on the Stump Mark game that he has made his own and being so competitive. I was lucky enough to play but didn't win the mug or the t-shirt, but so excited that I won a fabulous trip to St. Croix. I wanted a reminder of playing the game, so I designed my own mug and on a screenshot of the t-shirt that I altered to I didn't.
That's incredible.
The ED and stumped. I love it.
That's amazing. I didn't stump Mark.
Art.
Gelman, Art. This is a windfall of opportunity.
It not that many people. Art.
Yes.
We can move on this.
I didn't
We can
stump
move
Mark.
another revenue stream.
You could also have a shirt that says, I didn't stump Mark yet. For those people that play repeatedly. Joan Newell from Kansas City, Missouri said, Mark under guard at Sears in the mall. He's autographing headshots from All My Children for my daughter Rachel in the summer of 1999.
I know, they sit in an armed
They put you in the highly valuable purse section.
I look thrilled there, right? I opened every Sears, JCPenney's, Target in America for like 4 years.
You look thrilled to be there.
I know. Well, the officer was making me nervous. All right, we'll be right back.
Hey, come over to the corner of Main Street and 5th Avenue and for the grand opening of our new Sears warehouse with special guest, All My Children's, Mark Consuelos. Come celebrate our grand opening of our new Sears store over by Randolph in Michigan. And between 10 a.m. and 2 a.m., meet Mark Consuelos from ABC's All My Children. With the glams, they show your headshot, they put the music and stuff, and then you go there, you got like a 5 o'clock shadow, you look hungover. You're like, dude, like, I just had a baby last year. You know, like, out of my butt.
I look thrilled there, right? I opened every Sears, JCPenney's, Target in America for like 4 years.
You look thrilled to be there.
I know. Well, the officer was making me nervous. All right, we'll be right back.
If you would like to know more about anything you see on Live, log on to our website at livewithkellyandmark.com.
You'll love this. Centrum Silver is clinically proven.
So you met in 95, were engaged in 96, and had a baby in 97?
A highly valuable purse section.
Come to the Manhattan Mall. Come to the Cedar.
We can.
Come celebrate the opening of the new JCPenney store in the Cedar Creek Mall Saturday, November 5th, and meet ABC's and meet Mark Consuelos from ABC's All My Children, or was it meet All My Children's Mark Consuelos right here on AB and meet ABC's and meet Mark Consuelos from ABC's All My Children, or meet All My Children's Mark Consuelos between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. by the purses. If you'd like to purchase an autographed picture, it's $20 for a charity called Mark's Pockets, called Mark's Future after the show gets canceled. For a personal charity, and all the proceeds go to charity called Mark Consuelos' Personal Future Fund in case my character gets killed off.
Stumped. I love it. That he has made his own and being so competitive. I was lucky enough to play, but didn't win the mug or the t-shirt, but so excited that I won a fabulous trip to St. Croix. I wanted a reminder of playing the game, so I designed my own mug and on a screenshot of the t-shirt that I altered to I didn't.
That's incredible.
The ED and stump.
So you called a custom mug shop? So he basically went on, like, he went to an online company and he bought a coffee mug and he asked to put Live with Kelly and Mark. Maybe he just bought a black mug and he just hand painted Live with Kelly and Mark. But the t-shirt, that's like, did he buy that? Can you buy that t-shirt? Or did he like buy a black t-shirt and like Photoshop and like, can you buy that shirt? Like, did he buy that shirt and then just put in the didn't, all the yellow parts? Or did he actually have to, like, do you only give those shirts out to people that win? So he had to actually, like, buy a black shirt, a black t-shirt, and then, you know, put your face on it. And put
That's amazing. I didn't stop.
And Art's like, yeah, whatever, but he's going to do it.
Being so competitive. I was lucky enough to play, but didn't win the mug or the t-shirt, but so excited that I won a fabulous trip to St. Croix. I wanted a reminder of playing the game, so I designed my own
penis.
Can you imagine someone having a dream about that? We really enter the psyche.
Yeah. I would say, judging by the sounds you make at night, you dream about stuff.
Good morning, Kelly and Mark. Congrats on Congrats to Mark on having his mojo back on the stump mark game. That he has made his.
Didn't even give the name of the guy.
You can quit. Call 1-800-QUIT now for help getting free medication.
We want our cats to be.
We want our cats to be pussies, so we could pet them.
#1 vet recommended brand for feline calming.
Don't forget, on tomorrow's show, Billy Gardell will be here and
Pam Grier.
You know what you could wear? You could wear Pam Grier. Wrap around your neck like a necklace. Put the top of her skull on the floor. Yeah, I'm gonna wear Pam Grier. Put her around my throat like a necklace. Let her skull hit the floor.
Stage right. Isn't that right, Aaron? Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No payments for 24 months. Window Nation, the perfect fit.
For people who feel limited by the unpredictability of generalized myasthenia gravis and who are anti-ACHR antibody positive, season to season, Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living. It is reduced muscle weakness. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year. For a predictable routine, I can count on.
Ultomiris can lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal, and other types of infections. Complete or update your meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before starting Ultomiris. If Ultomiris is urgent, you should also receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Before starting Ultomiris, tell your doctor about all of your medical conditions and medications. Ultomiris can cause reactions such as back pain.
All that matters now is what happens next. The Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. That's the end of season 2, episode 160 of your favorite dynamic duo. No, not Batman and Robin. I'm talking about Kelly and Mark. What the hell is all this shit? What is all this shit? Enter. All right, guys, this is 161. Here's a preview. Make sure to watch the next video if you want to finish episode 161. But thanks to Jesse Tyler Ferguson and the guy that sings Huey Lewis and Doc McFly and all the DeLoreans and Back to the Future, I am filling the blank. And if you can't fill in my blank, don't worry. I'll fill in yours. Just let me know with your finger. You could point or you could just use it on me. My tongue's in your mouth.